Hello everyone, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today, I'll be sharing 5 tips for Redstone in the Bedrock Edition. Now, some of you may or may not know these tips. If you are new to the Bedrock Edition and Bedrock Redstone in general, then hopefully this video helps you out. Tip number 1. Redstone dust runs directly into the back of pistons. As you can see right here, we have our redstone line running along the back of our pistons here. But we also have this little bit of redstone right here that's going right into our pistons. So if we were to power this, you can see everything works. And then of course if we turn it off, everything is going to retract. Now I personally come over from the Xbox One edition of Minecraft, the console edition. So let me go ahead and quickly show you what the difference is between Bedrock and console edition. So now we are in Xbox One edition. Here is the same setup that I showed you as before. Notice how the redstone does not go back into the back of the pistons in this one, and also if we flip the lever to power it, you will notice that nothing happens. So the only way to pull that off in the console edition is to have a little setup like this, and that's the only way that this is going to work. Now that you've seen the difference between the redstone in Bedrock and console edition, this is a lot more favorable in my opinion. I know redstone in this edition has been given a bad rap, but I mean, come on, that's a really cool feature. I mean, it definitely saves us on resources and space. Staying on the topic of pistons, let's go ahead and check out tip number 2. Tip number 2 is this. We can place a lever and redstone dust along the top of pistons, and we don't have to worry about it being broken. Now let's go ahead and demonstrate this real quick. I'll just flip the lever. Our pistons extend, the redstone is still intact, the lever didn't pop off, and then we can go ahead and then retract everything, and everything is where it should be. Now, again, to compare this to Xbox One Edition, let me go ahead and cut right back over to that clip. Once again, we have the same setup as before. We have the lever right here on top of this piston with the 2 pieces of redstone dust. Now let's go ahead and there we go. Totally broke it. And there you have it. As you saw, the redstone and lever immediately popped off as soon as we powered those pistons. Now this is another cool feature in the Bedrock Edition with its redstone. So if you guys didn't know this, this is very handy in saving us even more space when we come to wiring up our redstone. Tip number 3. Items such as furnaces, hoppers, dispensers, droppers, and chests can all be pushed with pistons. I believe this is a more well-known feature among Bedrock users, but as I mentioned, if you are newer to Bedrock Redstone, then this is definitely something that will be new to you. Now, let's go ahead and try it out. You can see everything extends, and then if we unpower it, everything will retract. This is definitely a handy feature, and I've actually featured it in a couple of my redstone builds, and there will be more to come. Now that you know this, you can also use this in your awesome redstone contraptions. For tip number 3, I decided to give you some sort of demonstration for how this could be used. Now in this furnace I have 64 items, so when this pops up, this comparator is going to read what's inside, and then it's going to give us redstone output. So let's say you have this piston hooked up to some sort of redstone clock. We can power this, and then it's going to be read by the comparator, giving us redstone output, and then whenever your clock is finished, it will retract, and then unpower whatever it is you were trying to power in the first place. Now over here, I have a chest with a hopper down below, so let's go ahead and throw 3 items like that. So these 3 items are now in the hopper if we take a look. So let's say you have some sort of system where your hopper gets pushed. So let's do that. All of our items from the hopper will now be pushed into this chest, and then this will retract and then reset itself. And there we go, our items just got moved from one chest to the other. Tip number 4. Redstone torches can be placed on the side of pistons and also dispensers in order to make a cool redstone clock. Now recently I used this feature in my automatic farm, but let me go ahead and show you how this works. So let's flip this over right here. You can see this creates a clock. Now what I did, I attached an observer up here just so we can have a little flashing light system to test it out. And finally, tip number 5. Redstone dust can be placed on top of glass blocks. If you look to the left, I have a glass tower here with redstone that's being powered. Notice that the line is being powered up, powering the top lamp, and it's also running down, powering the bottom lamp. Now compare that to the slab tower to the right, where the redstone only runs up, but it doesn't run down. So that is another super useful feature for Bedrock, and it helps us run redstone lines throughout our redstone contraptions and makes things a whole lot more compact. Now also notice with this glass tower that the glass is not cutting off the redstone signal, so we can run a tower straight up like that with a redstone line, and yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. And those are my 5 redstone tips for the Bedrock Edition. As I mentioned, some of you may already know all of these, you may know some of them, or you may be new to Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and this is all brand new to you. Either way, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helped you learn a little bit more about Redstone Bedrock Edition. This has been Rogue Fox, and I'm out. See you later.